How do you fell a giant? How do you conquer an empire thought to be invincible? History remembers the clash of swords, the roar of armies, the names of kings and generals carved in stone. But the greatest wars are fought in silence. The most devastating weapon is the one you never see. This is the story of a war, won not on the battlefield, but in the shadows. The story of how a titan was brought to its knees by a ghost. In the heart of the ascendant state of Qin, a new kind of war is being conceived. Not with steel, but with whispers. Not on a battlefield, but on a lacquered map. Their target, the formidable state of Wei, a beast of logistics and military might. Its capital, Daliang, the seemingly unbreakable heart of a proud kingdom. To conquer this titan, Qin will not send an army. They will send a single, patient man, a ghost with a forgettable face, whose only weapon is his mind. For years, he becomes a cog in the great machine of Wei, a loyal scribe, a diligent clerk, his true purpose buried beneath a mountain of mundane excellence. He climbs not for glory, but for access, each promotion a silent victory, leading him deeper into the enemy's trust. He studies the anatomy of his prey, the granaries overflowing with life-giving grain, the foundries beating like a heart of war, birthing legions of bronze weapons. He learns its strengths, not to admire them, but to calculate their undoing. Every secret he uncovers is a crack in Wei's armor. Every memorized detail, a drop of poison. This knowledge travels on whispers, passed through the arteries of a hidden network. A message concealed in a piece of fruit, a secret buried across a river, all flowing back to Xianyang, where the masters of Qin update their map of Wei's slow, inevitable death. While Wei's generals basked in the arrogance of their power, the agent received his orders. The silent war became active. First, he targeted their strategy. A single forged character on a military roster sent a vital convoy marching to nowhere. Next, he attacked their strength. A pinch of dust in the foundry's bronze corrupted their weapons, turning swords to glass in the heat of battle. Finally, he blinded their generals. With the skill of a surgeon, he altered their master maps, transforming the kingdom's logistical chart into an elegant, fatal lie. All laid, the final signal was given. As the black tide of the Qin army began its silent, inexorable march across the frontier, the agent walked toward his last objective. In the heart of Daliang, he struck a single spark. The arsenal, the very soul of Wei's military might, erupted into a funeral pyre, a beacon of chaos that lit the way for the invading army and plunged the capital into pandemonium. His mission complete, the agent vanished into the night he had set ablaze.
Not sure.
Was a perfectly orchestrated collapse. On the border, Wei's defense shattered, their own swords failing in their hands. In the heartland, their main army, lost and starving from chasing the phantom depots on the false map, was surrounded and surrendered without a fight. Daliang, its government in panic and its defenders distracted by the Great Fire, fell not to a siege, but to its own confusion. The King of Wei knelt, his state undone by an enemy he never saw, and a stark black flag was raised over the walls.
We have lost.
Histories written by the victors would tell of a brilliant military campaign. There would be no mention of the agent, the ghost who had single-handedly crippled a kingdom. He disappeared back into the population, his name and deeds erased. But his work became the blueprint for a new kind of conquest. In a secret school, his methods were taught, his strategy perfected. For this was not the end of a war. It was the dawn of a new kind of empire. And as a new agent, with the same cold fire in her eyes, walks into the next unsuspecting capital, the cycle begins again.